Konnichiwa, you magnificent little bastards. So in this video, it's gonna be pretty serious. It's gonna be different from all the others that I made. This video is gonna be about personally what I think about YouTubers and their fan base in a whole. The person who inspired me to make this video is a YouTuber named Katamoto. He's an amazing YouTuber. He's personally my favorite YouTuber. Well, not my favorite, but he's personally one of my favorite TF2 YouTubers. I always check him out if he has a new video. Give him some hope. Give him some hope. Give him some love. Subscribe to him. He has about 1,000 subscribers. He makes quality ass content, like delicious, like fucking delicious content. He's a Pyro main for all I know. He's a TF2 based account. He makes multiple amounts of commentaries. And recently he's been talking about YouTube. He's been talking about what he personally thinks of it. Now, he's made a video about how people are treating YouTubers as a god and treating them as like robots that when they're not in YouTube, they're like some kind of different species that shuts themselves down. Like they're not even human anymore just because they're out of YouTube. I want to personally talk about that people like this probably lack like a good amount of brain cells. Like I think they've watched some, I don't know, I think they used to be a Justin Bieber fan. That's all I'm guessing. But personally, people who treat YouTubers like a god or treat them like robots, like okay, there's a difference. There's a totally big difference between treating a YouTuber as a robot and treating them as a god. When you're treating them as a robot, it's like you only respect them because they're a YouTuber. But you personally think that they're completely different. They're pushed away from the real person they really are just because they're away from YouTube. And I think that's just plain. What word should I use? Bullshit? Is that the word? Well, I don't know, I'm using bullshit. I think they've taken the YouTube society a bit way too far, and they treat YouTubers like they're basically non-existent when they're away from their YouTube habit. And treating a YouTuber as a god is like you would worship them in some way. Like you would say that you don't deserve to hate on this guy because this guy did something that you'll never be able to do. You're never capable of doing it. Blah blah blah. This guy is immortal and stuff. He created this world and shit. He fucking carved 10 commandments into 2 tombs and stuff. Well, people who treat YouTubers as gods in general, as a god in a whole, as I said, probably lack a good amount of brain cells and probably need to be handcuffed. But personally, what I really want to talk about is why. They're not robots, they're not gods, they're just normal human beings that are doing what they want. And the more they're treated as a god, the more pressure they actually get. Not a lot of people know this, but YouTubers are really getting pressured while they're being glorified like this. I mean, what am I to talk? I'm not a big ass YouTuber. I barely even make good content. My content is as cancerous as, I don't know, what's cancerous? I don't know, I'm gonna look that up later. But my content is as cancerous as anything cancerous, I guess. And I'm not supposed to talk about this, but I really want to get this out of my throat again, because again, it's like covering up YouTube now. A lot of YouTubers can't focus properly now because of how much glory they're getting, and being glorified is amazing. I admit it. If you don't admit this, then you're probably a stupid human being. You're probably a fucking murderer for all I care. But glory is a thing we all want. But when people are starting to treat you like you're literally the only, like you're literally the only good guy in this entire world, that's basically abusing glory. Glory is non-existent at this point. It's not even glory. It's more like it's called pressure. You're glorifying him so much that he gets nothing. I mean, personally, you might get dizzy from what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, for example, you're just gonna make a video and you want people to enjoy, but when you post that video, you get glory and stuff, like, oh my god, this guy makes so much good content and stuff. But okay, everybody would be happy, but when it comes to when it turns into this moment where everybody's saying that nobody has the right to get mad at you or to criticize you or to hate you because you're some kind of Lord and Savior that deserves no hate, and if everybody dares to hate you, they will burn in a furious, flaming hell? No, that's not how this world goes. Like, for example, I were to hate on Markiplier, and then since that everybody looks at him as a god at this point, well, not really. I'm a big fan of Markiplier. To be honest, let me just stamp that out there. Side note, but I'm a really big fan. Well, I used to. Now I don't really watch his videos so much, but I still kind of, when I have the time. I watch his videos. I love his videos. I enjoy his videos and stuff. His content is wonderful, okay? But not to the point where he's like the only human being in this world that deserves respect. For example, I were to state my personal opinion to him, about him, I meant, let's say that, because my grammar is as shitty as your, I'm running out of concepts, holy shit. Like, it's come to the point where Markiplier is just been treated as, let's say, a hero. He's not just treated as a hero now. He's not just treated as an entertainer, a YouTuber in general, a funny YouTuber. He's treated as this guy that if you dare say a single word that's against him, like, oh, Markiplier's hair looks like Satan's forehead and stuff, people will, as I said, stab multiple daggers up your ass, and they're treating Markiplier like he's the Lord and Savior of everything. If you dare cuss a word about him, to him, or at least say something bad about him, people, the fan base, the Markiplier religion, the Christian plier, I have no idea, but like it's like a religion. If you say bad about the religion, it's either you get handcuffed, get 5 daggers up your ass, or you're just dead. You're dead. The internet is gonna spaz out with multiple insults saying, yeah, you fucking bitch, you don't deserve to hate on Markiplier, you're nothing but good old bad shit. People need to stop with that type of attitude, treating other YouTubers as a god. Okay, I guess now we've got the god concept out of the way. Now we've got the point that YouTube religion is complete what the hell. Okay, so let's give that rant. Is that a rant? Or it's just a plain... Well, let's give that opinionated statement a 7 out of 10. Because obviously people are gonna jab knives against my ass after this video anyway, so... Another day, another dagger up the ass. But I'm pretty used to it. Now let's talk about YouTubers being treated as robots. Alright, now here comes the topic that's gonna get a lot of controversy by the end of the day. This topic itself is controversial. So, robot YouTubers. People that think YouTubers are just that. Like, their personality is just that on YouTube. But when they're off YouTube, they're different. They're shutting themselves down. They're completely non-existent in this world anymore, and they're basically completely nothing at this point. You're only seeing them when they're a part of YouTube. So basically, what I'm saying is, YouTube is your third eye, and that particular YouTuber that's treated as a robot is the ghost of this world. You can only see that ghost guy YouTuber, in particular moments when your third eye opens, also known as when the cancerous website YouTube gets opened up. You see his videos and you're like, oh my god, this guy is so funny. Haha, like he's so entertaining. But by the end of the day, he's done making that YouTube video and you forget about him. You forget about how hilarious he really is. You forget about how entertaining he really is. You forget about how non-cancerous that person is, and that's honestly foolish for a normal person to think like that. their IQ is probably I should stop bringing up the IQ, but they're treated as robots. They're treated as species that are not even like supposed to be. They're treated as species that have nothing to do with this world at this point. You look at them like your only good perspective on that guy is just on his screen, but off screen, your perspective of him is just that guy, a middle-aged man that sits on his computer most of the time, and that's also a form, not really abuse, but some kind of form of something that's not nice, I guess. Let's go for that, because in the Urban Dictionary, there's not really a word for that, unless some idiot decides to search it up and waste like 5 seconds of your time actually typing that thing in. But forget it. They're treated as robots, and they shut down. Okay, they shut down when they're done making YouTube videos, and they're silent. They're silent. They won't move. They won't treat you the same. They won't be funny. They won't be entertaining. They're only funny in your personal perspective when the cancerous website YouTube opens. And that's the main reason why I'm pretty much sick of YouTube. The two main reasons why I'm pretty much sick of the of the YouTube itself and the YouTube fan base. Okay, I'm not gonna do things like Kanamono did. Like he kept on talking about YouTube problems, like stuff like that. I'm not gonna make like 8 videos about the problems of YouTube. But like, I have no problem with Kanamono himself. I'm just not gonna do that. And yeah, I finally got the thing out of my throat. Again, this video was inspired. A guy named Kanamono inspired me to make this video. Check him out. I'll put his channel in the link below. And yeah, thank you for watching. And I'll stalk you later. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I'll stalk you. I'll stalk you later. Okay, I'll stalk you later. I'll stalk you later. Alright. You smell nice. I said engineering problems 4 times. Wow.
So this is how it's gonna end, cause we always fighting. You got me sitting every night all alone and writing about how everything should be better. I ain't wasting no more time, I ain't reading sorry letter. I should've known from my days in the past.
I mean, I'm not gonna swear in this episode, right?